Hello class, this is Vanessa and today we're going to talk about radical functions. So our problem that we're dealing with today is negative 3 over the square root of 8 plus 3 over the square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 12. So first I like to dissect our problem. So this one is going to be green, red, and brown. And then first I like to look at the square root as well. So if you're not familiar with your perfect square roots, just make a little cheat sheet right here. So our square roots are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, and 100. So we're first going to start with the green. So we have to think 8 is not a perfect square root number, which is unfortunate, but we can dissect it. So what I mean by dissect it is what hopefully one perfect square number goes into 8. And so we look in our perfect square number chart, 4 times 2 can equal 8. So we're going to do that. So negative 3 over the square root of 4 times 2. Okay, so we're going to look at the red now. And for the red, there's no way that a perfect square root number can go in it. It's not a perfect square root number, and there's no other, we can't dissect it either, so we're just going to leave it alone. So plus 3 square root of 3. Now we're going to look in our brown, and it's 2 square root of 12. Well, 12, if we look at our little cheat sheet right here, 12 is not a perfect square root number, so we have to find a perfect square root number to times it, what can go to 12. So 4 times 3, 4 is a perfect square root number, can go into it. So it's plus 2 square root 4 times 3. Okay, so now we dissected it with our square root numbers. So now we're going to identify the perfect square root and then times it with that whole number. So for the green, the square root of 4 is 2. So negative 3 times 2 is the square root of 2. And then we're going to move on to the red. And then this one we're just going to leave it alone, just drop it down. And then for our brown, it's going to be plus 2, and then the square root of 4 is 2 times 2 square root of 3. Okay, so now we're going to multiply these two that we have here. So we're going to start from the first here, from the green, and then 3 times 2 is negative 6. Don't forget your sign, square root of 2. And then once again, we're going to drop down the red. And then our brown. 2 times 2 is 4. So plus 4, square root of 3. So now we're at the part where we have to combine like terms. And the only way you can combine like terms is if the same square root number are the same. So luckily we have square root of 3 here and square root of 3 here. So we're going to combine these two. So I'm going to make this 2 red because they're going to be combined as 1. So 3 plus 4 equals 7. So plus 7 square root of 3. And then since we can't combine with the square root of 2, we just drop it down. So it's going to be negative 6 square root of 2. And then this is our answer. Thank you for watching.